like minding the gaps between vehicles and reversing the I mean reversing your vehicle in the parking. Those things nobody can teach you. Similarly, in our course as well, I'll be making sure that you are comfortable with this tool, Power Apps, and you are able to do any app on your own. But it's not like everything is served on the plate. You'll also have to put some effort from your end as well. You will be in a position at the end of this course that you can tackle any scenario or counter any scenario, but ultimately you'll also have to practice from your own like on your own. So once we do any kind of session, any kind of practice section in the class, it would be really good if you can just go back and you can also do repeat the same practice or whatever sessions we are whatever homework kind of thing, whatever practice sheets which we are giving out to you, because unless you do that, it would be like it won't be, you won't be getting that expertise level which you require for this tool. So yes, we will be providing all the necessary resources to you, but you'll have to also practice this so that you can also be you can be comfortable with the tool at one go instead of waiting for the entire session to complete and later practicing it later. So I don't want to give any kind of wrong expectations that okay, just learn this and you're good to go. No, that's not how it works, and that's not how any application or any tool in the world works unless you put some effort from your end as well. So I just want to get that straight at the very beginning. It's 80% from my end and 20% from your end. So you'll have to put that 20% from your side. Then only it would be like a complete learning for you guys. Now, moving on, if there's any kind of doubt in your mind, so please take it out. There's no prerequisite for learning this Power Apps. And when I say no means it's completely no. You don't need to have any scripting knowledge, any coding language, any coding experience prior learning to this. So you can come with a clean slate and you can start with a scratch. You can start with scratch. That is one of the, that is the beauty of Power Apps, and that is one of the reasons why even the the non-technical people from organization like director level or the VP level people are also learning this kind of tool. Generally, they are not involved in any kind of technical aspects. They do mostly deal with the business aspect. But since this tool is so easy to learn, they have also started learning it, and the non-technical people also prefer this tool. Before moving on, can you guys, I just want to understand the batch size here. So how many of you are like currently experienced basically working in IT? So you all of you are not working. Like, what's your just want to interact here. So like you can start one by one quickly. Trinath.
Hi, sir. I think last week I have attended the class, so I was just want to join in new batch. To just introduce myself, I'm Trinath. Till last month I worked in Kellogg's, so I'm having overall 7 years of experience directly into sales and marketing. I worked with organizations like Hindustan Unilever, GSK, and the last company which I worked in Kellogg's. I just want to pursue my career into IT, so I'm keen about this app. So so I just came through this course, which is very very useful and upcoming future for this course. So I just pursuing this to gain a job in IT sector. I'm having zero knowledge regarding IT and coding any other languages. What we see.
Okay, I do. Yes, I do remember, Trinath. We did interacted, I think, once in a class.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just want to join in a new job. So that was sorry in a new batch. So I've just joined it, sir. From
Okay,
like
okay,
as per the
that's
schedule,
fine.
I'll be attending. Yes, sir.
That's fine. So
Thank you,
see
sir.
everyone, the reason we do this interaction is, based on that. This is not a template kind of thing which we do it. So based on your experience level and based on your preference, that's the way we interact and we discuss about this Power Apps. uh, like in like most of the times people who are already having knowledge of Power Apps, they join this, but they're looking for some kind of advanced skills, and some of them are having none, I mean zero experience in any kind of application, like a zero experience in IT industry as well. So we have to cater to both groups. That is the reason I try to understand uh, the batch, and then we'll discuss accordingly. So moving,
Yes.
Arvind, can you go ahead and just let me know what's your current experience level or like.
Yeah, sure. Hi everyone. So this is Arvinda. My total experience is about 13 years. I'm into IT industry, and yeah, I have little bit knowledge on Power Automate. I have created few basic workflows in the past, but it's been some time. I'm well versed with the interface, but I'm not an expert. My skill is more into SharePoint, and it's purely SharePoint administration. I'm working as a SharePoint consultant and an architect, but I want to take my career to the next level. As you may be knowing, Power Apps is quite important now, and it's in demand in the market. So that's the reason I'm planning to upgrade.
And actually that's a good choice, Arvind, because like since you are already from the SharePoint, and so like Power Apps and SharePoint go hand in hand most of the part.
Correct,
So
correct.
that's
That's
another
why, yeah.
reason. Yeah, that's a good choice. I mean, you can learn from here or anywhere, or you're on your own. But yes, this Power Apps, those who don't know here, SharePoint and Power Apps goes hand in hand because of the 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 ease of interface it provides. Like SharePoint is one of the most widely used organization tool, I would say. I can't say tool, but it's like mostly used across the organization, and like its integration with Power Apps is its preferred. So yeah, that's a good choice.
Seamless, yeah. So just one question here, Kumar.
Mhm.
So in this course, will you also be covering, migration of workflows from on-prem to online using Power Automate or Power Apps?
You mean the SharePoint 2010 or 2013 workflows to Power Automate?
Yeah, any of them. Because see, lately we have been getting so many migration projects. Uh, after COVID, many there are many organizations who are moving on to SharePoint online or power from SharePoint on premises to SharePoint online or Office 365. So as part of
Mhm.
that, they also want to carry forward the workflows and infopath forms that are there. For that, I understand they are more interested in converting them into power apps or you know uh, automated workflows using Power Automate. So and also Nintex workflows also.
Yes, I got your point. See, this is more specific of a task which you have. Okay, the one which you're talking about, I have already completed that initially, like I said in the beginning, that I was one of the first to migrate the infopath forms and all. So this is more of a specific task. So that this task we won't be covering in this session. But like if you have knowledge about the Power Apps part, so you already have knowledge of. Do you have understanding on Infopath or Nintex workflows?
No, I don't.
Okay. Slightly, I mean, why I'm saying that is like you'll be able to know that which component you have to use in like we have some sections in Infopath, so you have to design those same sections in Power Apps. So if you know that components, then you'll be knowing that okay, this component I have to use. But since this is task specific thing, we won't be covering it. Okay, you can connect with me like offline on that. I mean after the session for some kind of help on that. But we won't be covering that. I'm just letting you know. After the end of the session, if you want, we can discuss it like every day for some time. just to ease your just to ease your burden, but we won't be covering it specifically. I mean, no one will cover that specifically. That's just more of a task specific thing. You'll be having different info path forms. I'm just a bit surprised that you are still, it's 2023 and I mean it's still going on, because to my knowledge the SharePoint work, I mean Microsoft stopped supporting the 2010 workflows somewhere in 2021. So they're no longer supporting
2013, 2013 workflows, yeah. But
so that was
Nintex
one
is still there.
that
Nintex is
was
still
one of the
there.
reasons we hurried and we immediately migrated everything, because the support was ending in 2021 only.
Ah, okay. Yeah, but Nintex is still there. But see, the thing is, post-COVID, there have been so many, mergers and demergers that are happening across the industry. And as a part of that, in order to migrate them to cloud, they are actually interested in moving things to Power Apps or Power Automate, or maybe Power
Yes,
Automate. I think I don't know if I'm using the right term here. Power Automate. Power Apps is specifically for building any custom applications, right?
right. So
And
Power Apps is
Power Automate is for workflows. Is that right?
yes. So that is more task specific. So you'll have to see the only way forward for that is that you'll have to understand the which component you have to use. That is the only play here. I don't want to drag this further. We can discuss this after the session, but just to wrap this up for you, you just have to understand which component you have a look at your flows, and then you just need to know that with this, how to do the same thing in Power Automate. Okay, if it's sending out notifications or if it's performing some kind of permissions thing, you just need to find a replica. I mean the corresponding component for that, corresponding action for that in Power Automate. That's how you have to do it. Okay.
Right.
So the only way forward for that is you have to learn that particular tool. Okay, so that you know, okay, this at this particular to implement this I have to use this particular component. That's the way going forward for it. But this task specific, this is a more of a task specific thing, so we won't be covering it. I mean, there is no way to cover this to my this migration part. It's every workflow or every form you will be having is different. So the only way forward for it is that you need to have the knowledge of that tool, that okay, if I have to use this component, I have to use this action for replicating this
Got you. Got
scenario.
you. Got you, Kumar. Yeah. You can. Yeah. You can proceed with other guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh, Sorry guys for diverting. I had to clear that one. So, okay, Sayed, can you please continue? Pradyuman,
Hi everyone.
hi.
Yeah, I have 5 years of experience into non-IT, so I want to switch to IT. So
Okay, Rakesh. Rakesh, you there?
Am I audible?
Yep.
So I joined the classes already.
Okay.
So
Okay, I missed. Okay, I haven't seen your
yeah,
full name, so okay, understood, Rakesh.
yeah,
I
okay,
only see your first name, so I got confused. That's fine.
okay.
Okay, Bhaskar, you can go on. Bhaskar, I think you're on mute. Okay,
Hi, Kumar.
that's fine. Yep.
So myself, Bhaskar. So I am completely into business, Kumar, and my last working year was into 2018. So I'm planning to come back to IT with this Power Apps.
Okay, good to hear that.
And also I'm having career gap from 2018 to till now. So will this suits for me?
Yeah, that will definitely suit for you. So, are you going to like when once you are done with this learning part, are you planning to project any kind of experience in your resume?
Yes, yes.
You used to work, right, till 2018. Till 2018, how much experience you had?
Uh, I'm I'm 2012 passed out. So from then onwards, from 2012 to 2018.
So, say around 5 to 6 years you are going to show in your resume.
Yes.
Okay, this is fine. This is good actually. It will work both for your advantage. The only disadvantage is that you'll have to justify the year gap when you go to interviews and during the
Yes.
screening round. Screening means when the HR calls you for the I mean with an opportunity. So you just have to justify your year gap in that part, but that gives you an advantage as well as an underdog that okay, since you're joining back after 5 years and you don't have any experience on that particular tool, so you'll be treated as I mean as a fresher only when it comes to the just talking from the interview question perspective. So
Okay.
the question levels get a bit easier compared to like if suppose I go right now for interview, I'll be having very different set of interview questions compared to what you will be having. So that will work to your
Yes.
advantage.
Yes.
That's a good thing. The only
Okay.
thing is you'll have to come up with a reason for like this year gap 4 to 5 years and just come up with a reason. It can be anything, but it just had to be convincing. It won't work to your disadvantage. I can assure you of that part. Nobody cares at this point. I mean, if you're having a year gap,
Okay.
nobody cares. You have to justify this.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So let me show you the course curriculum here. Then we'll move forward. Okay, I hope my screen is visible. This is these are topics which we'll be
Yes, it's
covering as
visible.
part of yes. So these are the topics we'll be covering as part of our classes. Uh, Rakesh said already started one like he's part of one of the batches, one of the afternoon batches. So till now, when we have covered till this here, I gave him so like we connected. We had an entire session for providing a test setup for him so that he can practice. So he's having his own environment right now where he practice at his convenience. I must appreciate like before starting the lesson itself, as soon as I gave him a test environment setup, he went ahead and he designed some screens on his own. He played. So that's good for you, Rakesh. That was a good from your part. And we have covered gallery from end to end, and this performance we have covered performance improvement part as well. And those who don't, I mean, those are not part of batch. Uh, these are the things we bring. So if
So,
you see, yeah.
Kumar,
mm.
so when did you start this actually?
So this batch has started on. I think it's been. Let me check that. It's 25th. It's been around one week.
Okay, so what about the past?
These are the topics we have covered. The first three, the one which I'm highlighting it now here, and performance improvement we have covered. So Rakesh is not any prior experience on this, so we are taking it slow and we generally and we practice it like it's uh, since he's so like you guys have anything you can discuss with him as well. So I'm saying from that only. So it's that I present test and I go for with my whatever I'm displaying. We make we do it in like this in his and then Uh, I mean, that's how we take it. It's not a one thing that I will present slides and I'll move on. Classes are over. And he gets that party correct. He is able to understand that we proceed it. So might think that it's a bit slow uh, since he's not having much experience. That he's getting used. He has picked up a pace, but we have to understand
So
his
I
pace
to
as well.
cover the old questions for me, or
So, like that is pretty obvious. We cannot start like in between. So if anyone is coming, we'll need to have a separate lessons for them. And I mean, bring your device to the page. So yes, that is very obvious. We cannot start from the beginning if that you don't understand anything. So that we have.
hmm.
These
And
are
are you
the
going over real-time scenarios?
yes. I mean, whatever topics seeing here, these are not just theory topics. That is the reason we have. It's more of a in a what or and how kind of way. So that going, I mean, on the completion of this session, when you go back and when you start, I mean, whether preparing for your interview or your journal job, anything kind of that, it's easy for you to remember topics. It's just theory, this gallery, and include everything at one. I can do that. I can see one topic gallery and all the notes inside that. No, we have class and divide that into more of a how and kind of thing. The real time scenarios only. If you see here, this is a real scenario that is a gallery. It is let me okay come to that. Rakesh, are you there? Okay.
Yes.
Rakesh, you there? One thing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm just explaining this. Can you into your tenant?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, log in tenant and just let me know once it is done. I'll show everyone what talking about. That's way better instead of talking. So just click log into it and let once it is done.
Okay, fine.
Coming to your question, these are all real time scenarios. These are the questions we asking. We ask in interview to color it, all records in gallery. These are from that point of view. These are not random topics. And if you want, you can just type gallery anywhere in your browser, and then you can see. So it's not organized that way. But here, these all are real time scenarios only, which will be asked to you like in questions like this. So from that perspective designs, so that uh, questions kind of come in your for everything. You have that what and why is happening, how this is happening. It, the questions you can memorize anytime from it, but these are all real time questions and real scenarios which to do it. Very like once I can show you, but very big. Uh, you might have seen an IRCTC site. I hope everyone has an IRCTC, right? I generally take this click example for everyone. So you might have seen IRCTC site. Just your hand if yes. So to recall it, what I mean, this that you have already seen that gallery there. So what happens is you type the you type the source station name, the destination station name, and the date, and you press. As soon as you do that, a table comes in front of you. A table kind of thing comes. With what are the headers of that? Yes, the
Hello, hello.
Hello.
సార్ది వినిపించట్లే కదా?
లేదు.
ఓకే ఓకే.
Hello. Can't hear you, Kumar.
I can hear everyone. Can you guys not hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Now it's
Okay, I don't know what happened. So I was talking about the project here. So we have user stories for the project where we're doing all this, like all this, collecting these user stories. So the idea here is that this should not be a. I mean, when we come to project, you should not require much of my help. Okay, we'll have a a project kind of call, and I'll be giving you user stories. Okay, see, I what I want. Let's take this for an example. I want you to design basically a form where you will be capturing user details, and it should show it in your screen in your application. Whoever whatever user details we are capturing it, it should be shown in your user screen. That's how you have to design it. So by that time we have already covered this sorting, filtering, and everything, and how to design a gallery. And when I said design, I'm talking both from the UI perspective, the basically those who don't understand UI, I mean basically from the coloring and all the border setup and everything, how it looks basically, how it looks as well as the functionality part. So both we have covered by that time. So this no effort are going to put out
Your
here
voice
because
is
all the
breaking,
topics
not
we
very clear for me, Kumar. I don't know if it's the same for others.
Same,
Your
same.
voice is not clear.
From past
Yeah.
30 seconds, it's not clear. I think some technical glitch, network glitch.
I think it's some kind of glitch. I would say the reason that the share with working fine. So I really have no idea why this is happening. I'm I'm not audible. Or it's still
It's better now. It's better now.
okay. Just try to manage. We just have 10 more minutes, so let's try to manage because it's sharing everything is working fine. So if there was a network issue, the sharing would not be happening properly. So just try to like just bear from your end for some time. Like I was saying, it's I'm talking about project here. So I'm here with the projects. I think we already covered. Time like that is the most peaceful time I'm having. I won't be like I won't need to put effort on that. It's all on you guys for the last 2 days. I have to treat it with a and keep up the pace. That is the reason I'm asking everyone that we are in the sessions, try to be motivated and just go and practice instead of leave everything end. Because if that topic uh, same day or the next day when we are coming projects, you won't get any help. So if your attention during classes, during sessions, and practice it well, we can very can do the project. Otherwise, we have facing in the project. So that is if because most of the people having habit once the class over they'll do it in their time with that own pace. That is completely fine, but in that case, you won't be able to do the project at particular time. You will have to pause project for well. So then your call and do it in your pace. There is no mean that be having your commitment and personal commitment. Again, you won't be able to the project with the other. I mean, with rest of the guys. So we'll do a session for you in case. So that is there. No need to do that. But if you want to do it with everyone in the class, if then it's better if you uh, learning with everyone. Again, it's your you can do it at your own pace or you maintain pace with everyone on how you want to do it.
Was the total duration of this course?
The total duration is 40 hours. Uh, we are not keeping some same previous years like question like when the or the uh, batch section for 5 or the like course more. So it's not we you have to complete in 40 or like session. It extends the 3 sessions if it is required. But try to wrap it up. The standard is forwards and we'll to do it in 40 hours.
And post the training session, like in case we have any doubts or if we need technical help with respect
Yeah,
to our, yeah, our
that question. Hope I'm able, guys. So uh, uh, come that do that specifically designed for that. See, from a very see train like from one learner. So like everyone knows, right, that even I have learned this at some point in time. It's not that I left and suddenly this came to my mind. So I had experience in the past that like even some kind of learning for me. The classes sometimes get a bit hectic. You won't be able to join some of the classes, or you're not able to. You're not in a mood actually. This also happens. Like you're not well, or you're not in a mood to learn, so you won't be picking. I mean, following the classes basically. You're just taking the notes and everything, but you'll think that okay later. So that's what needed. Okay, that after the official training session completes, if some kind of doubt happens, what you will do. So just to cover that, we'll be providing 1 month of support to you guys. When I say support, that you can reach out to me for another 1 month. I mean, admin is here, so you can get you can get in touch with the admin. He'll schedule a session with me, and whatever section, whatever doubts you have, like take example for Arvind, Arvind, you were having issues with that migration thing. So any task related thing or anything which I have discussed in the class, or another thing, what will happen is that once these classes are over, apart from the project we will be doing in the class, you will practice on your own as well. So when your own practice be some kind of like scenario, or you will be stuck with your code, you will get some kind of error in your code. So to cover all these things, yes, to answer your question, yes, I will be available for next 1 month. But that will be a scheduled session. That won't be ad hoc. That you can reach out to me like, okay, I want to meet now. That won't happen. You will have to schedule a session with the admin, and then he'll schedule this kind of setup, this meeting setup, and we can discuss for 1 hour, and we can resolve all your queries. So that will be there. Basically, to answer the question, yes, there is a support for 1 month, where we can meet and that answers your
You're gone
question.
again. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Hello. Again, we can't hear you.
Did you get what I was saying?
Looks like there's some problem with your headphone connection or something. You're going on and off.
Looks fine to me. Internet seems fine to me. Is it still an issue?
Fine now.
Okay. So I hope you understood what I was talking about from that perspective. Did you hear that part which I was
Yes,
saying?
yes, yes, yes. Your message
To
was
answer your
complete. Yeah,
question, yes.
I got you. Yeah, yeah.
Month you can schedule with the admin, and you can reach to me when having any kind of issues while testing or any other issues. Yes, we will be providing that month out. Just make sure you are planning it when you are scheduling the session. What's happening? But yeah, you can plan a session schedule with. Okay,
Yeah,
am I?
got it.
Okay, I thought I'm still again not audible. So okay, from the support perspective, the course curriculum already shown you. Just to add on that, there is a like 5 hour, like 4 hours planned session for power out as well. The reason for that is, I mean, I know this is a Power App session, but still we have covered 3 to 4 hours Power Automate, because in order to design an app end to end, you need to have some basic knowledge of Power Automate as well. Unless you have that one, you cannot. Every app you are to do, you will be empowerment, but you don't need a very extensive knowledge of that. That is a completely different. So I mean, just to make sure app development does not get affected, we are covering 3 to 4 sessions of product as well. So this is one thing I would like to add from my end. And once this is completed, once the project is completed, we will have one session for certification support. Uh, so I'm if you're going to switch, anyone who is planning to apply to a different company or anything, so if you just add a certificate in your resume, that would be great help, and that will add a value add. So keeping that in mind, we will be providing support for PL 900. PL 900 is the Power Platform Fundamental Certification. If I'm audible, I'm not just speaking it one way. You could.
Yes, yes, you are audible very much. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, yes, we hear you.
Yeah. So that certificate support there. We'll be having one session where we'll be covering the certification part, what are the questions being asked, and we'll be sharing some dump questions. What we call is a dump. So we have compiled questions from all the previous students who joined the batches and got all those questions. So we'll be sharing the certifications as well as the interview questions for companies. And these are compiled questions from students who get individual. So you can all go and Google question, like you can type Power Apps interview questions, but that is a different, that is completely different what is being asked in interviews. So we have compiled that questions from like 10 to 15 students who have already given interviews and cleared. So we have filed different of question interview questions. We'll be sharing that also with you. That is another thing. The last thing is the resume thing. So for those who need help with compiling resumes or reviewing their resumes, we'll be doing that as well. Again, this will be beginning after the project is completed. So these are the three things which will be given from our end. The certification board, the interview, the resume, the you want to review resume and just the one second. So will be taken care of. And the last thing which I already mentioned is support for months. So yes, after the completion of official training session, if you have like any kind of doubt, we'll be having a weekly support session for weekly for 1 hour. It's not fixed kind of thing. Okay, that 1 hour is completed. Okay, bye bye. That's not how it works. So we can stitch it however you want, but we'll be meeting definitely for a month. And if you have any kind of queries, we can resolve it on the code itself, or I'll to you. So you can be out on that.
One more thing, as I think even in this we have a part of people who are completely into IT background. You know, we have any kind of a little live project or else mock interviews for us to help get it up.
Okay, mock interviews.
Yeah.
That can that I don't can be that will not for you. Anyone who is having who want a mock interview can be done. I mean,
Or may not be in your live project or else, in part of that project working with them, so we can get a hands-on experience. Can get this extended support from you.
I did the project part. I think I have already this project part, right? So is there anything else you're expecting here?
No, I'm asking you, can we have any support like I think with right now any of the organization doing project with them to get in hand on experience, because we have lack of IT experience, the working and project how it would be kind of things I'm asking.
Like I said, we support which I talked about. You can bring up your questions in that. Okay, it's not necessary that you can it's not specific that you have to be specific with your questions. So if you're doing something already in your organization, that also fine. You can discuss that in the support calls which we'll be having. There is no need to restrict questions that okay, if this is a organization thing or a thing. Yeah, I'm good for that. That's fine for me.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Or only Power Apps itself enough to get a job, or do you need to learn any other technologies like Power BI or anything?
Can you come again?
So only this Power Apps enough to get a job, or do you need to take other trainings on different technology?
Power apps more apps is in for you like in the job perspective. It does that depend how you want to present your resume. You'll have to show some and show some applications from your end that okay you have to work on this 3 or 4 applications. Power BI strategy again it's I'll give you an example. Uh, okay, take a basic example like previously there used to be typewriter, right?
Yes.
There used to be typewriter. Then came the computer for typing. It's just that you get a job using that typewriting skills well, using shorthand skills as well, and you're using this computer typing skills as well. Okay, so it's how it that's how it's like that power so you can get a job. But if you have Power BI, that means you know something more. Then that is a value add from end. So that will give you another better opportunity. But these are both different streams, I would say. Okay, you will be getting if you go to the knowledge.com or any just type it would be better way to answering your question. Go any Naukri site or any LinkedIn site or anywhere and like, start looking for opportunities for Power Apps. Okay, then you will be able to understand what I'm talking about. Instead of me telling or me, I mean, giving you examples, that there are job opportunities specific to Power Apps as well. That is one thing, and there are job opportunities which will ask you the entire Power Platform setup. To understand that these are different things. There are job opportunities which are specific to Power Apps. And when you go to the job description, you will see Canvas apps, model-driven apps, and this AI builder or things, all specific to Power Apps. And there is another thing. It's entirely compared to the like entirely with the platform component, including the point. Okay, the ideas are very different, but Power Apps something enough to get you into the job market.
Okay.
So do you cover Canvas and well-driven apps as of this course?
Yes, that is whatever you've seen is gallery and composites and everything. All those are all part of Canvas apps only. And so
I'm
the
doing
time, something.
I'm doing our virtual topic
He's
again.
asking, do you ever Power Virtual Agent chatbot? You're on mute, Kumar.
Hello.
Okay, looks like Kumar has some technical issues. Can we drop off, Subbu? It's taking time. Mm, okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.